What if you could become a better person, not by working harder, but by taking one small step a day? And not because you're a bad person now, but because there's something inside you that's ready for more. How to be a better person gives you one tiny step a day you can take to be the person you want to be. My mission? To help you live your best life. Hey there, and welcome to How to Be a Better Person. I'm Kate, your host, and today I'm talking about something kind of heavy, but really, really important. How to let go of anger. That's because today is Monday, and on Mondays we talk about things related to your mindset and your motivation. And if you're struggling with feeling anger, which is a completely natural human emotion, may I add, it's really going to bog down your thinking and it's going to affect everything that you're doing. So, the question is, what do you do when you find yourself really ticked off about something? The first thing to remind yourself is that you are entitled to your feelings. Other people will gladly tell you to calm down or take a chill pill or get over yourself. Odds are you're telling yourself the same kinds of things. Please stop that. Something made you angry for a very good reason. I'm not saying the person who made you mad is 100% wrong and that's why you're entitled to your feelings. But I am saying that there is something in your mind or in your past or going on with you right now that makes perfect sense why this particular thing is making you angry. Just because you're angry now doesn't mean it's the only way to feel about this thing. Maybe what you're feeling underneath it is fear or sadness. There's typically something hiding underneath anger, but we can worry about that later. Right now, we're just talking about how to let go of anger. Second, since you are entitled to your feelings, you may as well feel them. It's a paradox that the most efficient way to process an emotion is to allow yourself to experience it. That's not what we usually do. We think, I don't have time to be angry, or I don't want to be angry because of how it might be perceived, or I don't want to be angry because I don't want to be an angry person. But trying to make yourself not feel something that you're legitimately feeling is a losing game, because emotions don't go away just because you stuff them down. They morph and turn into something else like sadness or bitterness. And if you ask the holistic healthcare providers of the world, like acupuncturists, they can even manifest as illness. Did you ever hear that camp song, Going on a Bear Hunt? I can't remember exactly how it goes, but in the song you keep bumping up against obstacles on the romp through the woods to find the bear. It's a tree or a river or something like that. And the chorus of the song says, can't go over it, can't go under it, can't go around it, gotta go through it. Feelings are like that. Ultimately, the only way out is through. So then the question becomes, how do you let yourself feel angry in a way that doesn't cause harm to other people? After all, just because you're mad doesn't mean you have the right to take that out on someone else. So you don't want to yell your head off or do something that you'll regret. When you notice that you're really steamed and maybe not in great control of yourself, the best thing you can do is say out loud so that people around you hear it too is, I am getting really angry right about now. I need to give myself some space. The old advice to count to 10 is helpful, up to a point. It gives you a little bit of a buffer before you go and do something you'll regret. But after you've removed yourself, given yourself a little bit of space, you're still left with the anger. So what do you do next? In my work as a personal development coach, I walk people through anger a lot. Some things I have done myself and coached others to do to work through and learn from their anger are to talk about what you're angry about with a trusted friend who will listen to you and validate you and ask you a few questions that can help you pinpoint exactly why you're as angry as you are. If you don't have this in a friend, a therapist is great, a coach is great, maybe a pastor, some other kind of spiritual leader, somebody you can trust. You can also journal about what you're angry about, whether for the sake of getting it out of your head or to really try and get to the root of what's really upsetting you. A kind of riff on this that I found incredibly helpful is to write a letter to the person I'm angry with and really let it rip. There is no holds barred here. To be clear, this is not a letter you should ever send. This is just about catharsis and getting some objectivity. Writing this letter always shifts how I'm feeling after I do it. After you've written the letter, you can share it with someone you trust, or you can set it on fire in a safe manner, please, near water so you can snuff out the flames and not near anything remotely flammable. Let's not start any house fires or wildfires, okay? Or once I tore my letter up into teeny tiny little pieces and fed it to the fish in the Hudson River. Okay, I littered, but I figured it was biodegradable. Another way to reckon with anger is to get curious about how it feels in your body. Where do you feel it? what is the sensation like? If you focus on the physical sensation of it, what happens? Can you notice when it shifts? Because it will shift. You can also do some primal screams. Don't laugh. I find the car a great place to do this. There was one winter when my husband broke his ankle twice, and it was such a snowy winter. We were doubly housebound, and I realized I'm a fairly terrible caretaker of adults, and I had to empty his pee bottle, and I had a lot of frustration. So every time I got in the car, it felt like I was screaming at the top of my lungs just to give voice to my feelings. And you know what? It helped. It might take all of these things to get you to a place where you feel like you have released your anger somewhat. Or you might do one of these things, then go back and interact with the person or the situation some more, and then do another one of these things, and gradually work your way to a place of letting go. Once you do these things, though, remind yourself that feelings are messengers. They're here to show us what we care about and what we need. So once you've worked your way past the "I'm overwhelmed with anger" stage and gotten some insight about what's really going on, ask yourself, what do I most need now? What's something loving I could do to make this situation better for me and for others? Big feelings always carry some messages with them. Take the time to look. One final thought I'll leave you with is that often the fact that you're getting mad about things is a good sign. It's kind of counterintuitive, but anger has more energy and vitality to it than apathy or resignation. Think about that for a minute. Anger can be a good sign. It can mean that you're waking up and feeling empowered. I hope the ideas that I've shared with you will help you navigate your next encounter with anger in a new way, and that you feel better equipped to work with your big emotions. You don't have to go on a bear hunt to find something that makes you mad, but if you do have a run-in with the bear, you'll know a lot more about how to get through it. Thanks for listening to How to Be a Better Person. Our theme song is Left for Deadish by Junior85. The podcast is mixed by Sound Advice Strategies. If you liked what you heard in this episode, share it with someone you think would like it too. Your voice matters. Also, How to Be a Better Person has an official newsletter that sends the past 7 episodes, a sneak peek of the week ahead, and one well-chosen meme to your inbox every Saturday morning. Sign up at beabetterpersonpodcast.com and click on Get Podcast News. I also love to hear from listeners. I love it. Send me an email by clicking on the Contact Kate button at beabetterpersonpodcast.com, tweet me at KateHan, Katehan, or find me on Instagram at Kate Hanley Author. I look forward to connecting with you.